I understand Crusoe to be a critical piece of the build out here. It seems almost a bit modest, that valuation.
Yeah, we feel like it's a great valuation for investors to get in, and we feel like we have a lot of room to grow from here. Just a lot of momentum kind of happening across the space, and we're well captured. We're well positioned to capture a meaningful amount of it. So we're thrilled to bring on.
You're very busy in America, right? But what is your ambition for the Gulf and the Middle East, and what projects you might want to build out over there?
We're looking at a number of different things in the GCC. Obviously having Mubadala as a capital partner gives us a very strong partnership in the UAE. We are also sort of evaluating some of the things that are going on with the UAE Stargate and some of the ambitions in Saudi, but we haven't announced anything quite yet.
Chase, I want to give context to our viewers who know you for what you're doing with Stargate. You're also actioning in Europe too, maybe Middle East. But coming down to it, you're a cloud provider, data center provider, manufacturing. You've got an edge when it comes to energy. That was kind of the winning formula when you first ever founded More-to-Service Bitcoin mining. And I'm interested as to what sets you apart from a CoreWeave and other neoclouds out there.
I think there's a number of things. I mean, we've taken this vertically integrated energy-first approach kind of from the start and the founding of the business. I think a lot of the value that was unlocked from this first Stargate campus in Abilene was the fact that we had access to 1.2 gigawatts of power that could energize this very large cluster of NVIDIA GPUs. Building it very, very fast required us to have creative designs and flexibility with a lot of modular components that went into constructing this very large campus with a lot of those modular components being manufactured off-site. I think we've built a very high-performance software stack to enable these AI factories to work very effectively and at scale, integrating a lot of great managed services like our managed file systems and managed Kubernetes that enable innovators to do their life's work on incredibly reliable and high-performance infrastructure.
Those innovators, we know OpenAI is one of them. But you're busy building elsewhere in Wyoming, not just in Texas. Who are you building for there? Can you tell us a little bit about where the appetite's coming from?
We can't speak about who we're working with directly in Wyoming quite yet, but we have a great partner there, and we'll be thrilled to come back and tell you all about it when we're ready to announce it publicly. But it is a exciting campus just from both energy perspective and the scale it presents. What we've announced initially is 1.8 gigawatts, but there is a plan to take it to 10 gigawatts. So it will be a very, very large campus for AI computing infrastructure, and we're thrilled to have a wonderful partner there.
Last week, the Trump administration made some announcements about how they want to speed up the electrical hookups for data centers. That's like at the core of the president's strategy: cut red tape, deregulate. Just your reaction to what the administration's doing about speed matching supply of power to infrastructure.
I think we're excited to have the support of the administration for some of the critical blockers to moving faster. One of our core values as a business is to move fast and make things. Speed is really at the essence of and at the core of a lot of what we do. One of the more frustrating things to be slowed down by is waiting for a permit to be approved, waiting for some sort of application that's in the hands of a government agency, and seeing the urgency from this administration that saying like, hey, we need to support the private sector to go out and build this infrastructure so that America can lead in artificial intelligence is just a great indicator of what's to come, and we're really excited to have that public-private partnership. We think it's a very healthy dynamic that's at play right now, and we're very big supporters of Secretary Wright and what he's doing to help make this happen faster.
The key part of the infrastructure that you're building is the chips that go in the data centers you're building. Strong with NVIDIA. We've just had at the lead of our show that Qualcomm's trying to get in on AI accelerator marketplace. What do you think about an offering from a Qualcomm? What's your read on other competitors coming forward?
Well, I mean, I think everybody's sort of taking a slightly different angle on this, and big supporters of there being more competition in the marketplace. I think that's very healthy when you have a market as big as AI and AI computing infrastructure. In the case of Qualcomm, I think their flavor that I think fits them a little bit better is more AI inference closer to the edge, closer to these on-device or near the endpoints where users will be interacting with infrastructure. So I think that fits very well with kind of the Qualcomm dynamic and their strengths and what they can bring to the market as AI gets embedded in all aspects of the economy and everything that people are doing on a day-to-day basis. We're a big believer that we will need infrastructure everywhere to help support intelligence everywhere.